Okay, we are going to do an instructional video on graphing functions using input-output tables. And our learning goal is to figure out if it's what type of function, whether it's linear or nonlinear. Okay, let me erase that. Okay, so first I want to go over what the heck does linear mean versus nonlinear. So linear is a straight line. It could be left, it could be right, it could be up and down, left and right. If it's nonlinear, it could be an S shape, it could be a U shape, it could be a zigzag. A relation is a set of one or more ordered pairs. The function is when there's one input for the X is paired with exactly one element of the Y. Okay? The vertical line test is if you draw a line through the graph and it crosses a graph more than one place, then it is a relation and not a function. And before we start, I need you to get some blank paper to make your calculations along with a pencil. I'm going to pause it for just a sec. Okay, so let's start with the first one. I'm going to use 3 points, 0, 1, 2, but we have to solve the function. So I'm going to put the function here first, and we're going to then input the 0 where the X is. So the function of 0 equals negative 3 times 0 is 0 plus 1. The function of 0 equals 1. So when we see the 0, we now know the function is 1. Now we're going to do fx, function of x, equals negative 3x plus 1. So function of 1 equals negative 3 times 1 plus 1. So we do function of 1, and I know it seems a lot of repetition, but if you keep it straight and organized, it makes a lot more sense. Okay? So negative 3 times 1 is negative 3 plus 1. So function of 1 equals negative 2. So we're going to put a negative 2 here. So now the next one, the function of x equals negative 3 and the x plus 1. So function of, we have to do 2, equals negative 3 times 2 plus 1. So function of 2 equals negative 3 times 2 is negative 6 plus 1. So the function of 2 equals negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5. Okay, so we've done the 3 points, and this becomes a negative 5. So I'm going to make this easy. This is going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now we're going to plot this. So we have 0, and you go up 1. Then we have go over 1, and we go down negative 2. Then we go over 2, and we go down negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to take the ruler, which I thought was right here. Yep, here it is. And I'm going to connect these lines. Okay. And so here we go. This is a nice straight line, so we are going to call it linear. All right. I'm going to pause for a minute so you can look at this. Okay, now that you have a chance to check that one, we're going to do the next one. And again, we're going to use just 3 points. You can use more if you want, but I'm just going to use 2. So we have fx equals negative 2 times x minus 4 plus 1. Okay? So we're going to put in 0. Function of 0 equals negative 2. And here I'm going to do 0 minus 4, so it becomes negative 4 plus 1, because 0 minus 4. So function of 0 equals negative times 4, negative 2 times negative 4 equals 8 plus 1. So function of 0 equals 9. So next to the 0, we're going to put a 9. Sorry, that 0 is a little sloppy. So then the next one we're going to do is function of x equals negative 2, x minus 4 plus 1. So function of 1 equals negative 2. And if we do 2 minus 4, it becomes negative, sorry, this is a 1. 1 minus 4 becomes a negative 3 plus 1. So function of 1 equals negative 2 times negative 3 is 6 plus 1. So function of 1 equals 7. Then we have function of 2 equals negative 2, x minus 4 plus 1. So function of 2 equals negative 2, and 2 minus 4 is negative 2 plus 1. So function of 2 equals negative 2 times negative 2 is 4 plus 1, and function of 2 equals 5. So I'm going to go over here and put my 1. We know 0 was 9, 1 was 7, and 2 was 5. Okay, I'm going to put the math away. And let's see, I'm going to make this 2, 4, 6, 8. Make it all negative. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, number 10. So 0 would be 9. And then 1 is like halfway through. 1 would be 7. And 2 would be 5. Okay? So we're going to draw a line to connect all the points. And again, we have a straight line, so we're going to call it linear. Okay? Now, take a minute, see what we did, and we changed the scale as we needed to. And then I'm going to give you a little bit of time, and I'm going to make a part 2 video, and I'm going to show you the answers to the rest of them on the flip side. See you in a little bit.